the Americans, or anyone else.
I want to make it like him.
Youssou N'Dour says that when Nelson Mandela was head of state in South Africa, he thanked him for his earlier support. Mandela's humility only strengthened N'Dour's admiration. Mandela was a role model for several generations of Africans.
My fight was never only national. My activity was always on a pan-African level. My inspiration came from Nelson Mandela. My biggest project is New Africa. It's a map of Africa, not simply sectors of it. And he inspired me with all of this.
For N'Dour, the association with Mandela will remain forever. He named his last son Nelson. And he may once again sing about him now that he is back in the music scene after stepping down as culture minister.
Malians are set to return to the polls on Sunday in the second round of legislative elections. One of the candidates vying for a seat in Bamako is Karim Keita, the son of President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita. Many critics of the government say the results of the first round of voting was rigged. We have details in this report.
A bit of music to try and motivate people to turn out in local elections in Mali, which so far have drawn little interest. In a festive atmosphere, Karim Keita is trying to bring his supporters together in a voting district in the Malian capital, Bamako. Karim Keita is the son of President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, who was elected in August. Karim is now hoping to win enough votes to take a seat at the National Assembly, which was made vacant after his father moved on to become president. This is the first time in recent Malian history that the child of the head of state has run for political office.
It doesn't bother me. I'm proud to be my father's son. Now, to be a candidate, as I said, fortunately, because it's neither an ordinance or a decree. I'm asking for the people to put me in public office in my country. It's as simple as that.
In the first round of voting in November, Karim Keita came in ahead of his rivals with 44% of the vote. Now, President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita's son is expected to win in the runoff vote, which will take place on Sunday. But the opposition has contested the results of the first round of voting in this district, as well as others. Soumaïla Cissé lost out to Ibrahim Boubacar Keita in the presidential election, but he won a seat as a deputy in the first round of legislative elections.
In any case, it's possible that the vote is stained by manipulation. Everything is set for the RDM to get the absolute majority in this election.
A victory for the Rally for Mali party would enable President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita to get through the reforms he promised the Malian people during his presidential campaign. But the Union for the Republic and Democracy needs a majority in the National Assembly in order to ensure that its leader becomes the head of the opposition parties.
In the current setup, nothing proves how the voting transfer will really go, because it has been calculated on the candidates' level, not based on the votes themselves.
There was very low turnout for the first round of voting in legislative elections on November 24th. The United States and the European Union are calling on the Malian people to come out en masse to vote in the second round on Sunday.
And a look at our top stories once again before we take a quick leave of you. Her Excellency Aja Asombi Bojang has made a surprise visit to the President's Jiramba farm, where volunteers are scaling up efforts to run over 2-week intensive exercise on the farm. The Agribusiness Services and Producers Association and the Gambia government have pegged this year's groundnut producer price at $14,500 per metric ton farm gate. Rival political parties are making frantic efforts to garner more votes in Mali's second round of legislative elections, and scores of mourners have lined the streets of Kunu as the remains of South Africa's late President Nelson Mandela arrive ahead of Sunday's burial. That was all in this edition of the news. Thanks for your time, and it's a good night from me. Until then, I am Fatou Janembai. Bye.